Located just a stone's throw away from our nation's capital, in the beautiful city of Laurel, Maryland, sits the National Capital Curling Center, home of the Potomac Curling Club. Every November, the Potomac Curling Club plays host to the annual Embassy Row Bonspiel and highlights a different country from around the globe. This 2021 edition of Embassy Row features the Kingdom of Thailand from Southeast Asia. Over the past 2 days, 10 teams from across the East Coast and the Midwest have competed in a round robin in 2 pools of 5. All 10 entered this bonspiel with ambitions of winning. Now, only 2 teams are left, and 6 others are playing for their own event's glory. Welcome to the 2021 Embassy Row Event Finals.
Yay!
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Dylan. Dylan is running our cameras and our great announcer. We also have the very talented Mr. Ken Clark.
Hello.
That we always give good props to because he has upgraded the camera system and the webcasting system, et cetera, so kudos to Ken. And if your wife is listening, hi. Thank you for letting him be here. And I'm the ever-talkative Janine. So there we go. This is your verbal lineup. And behind us, the pipers are getting themselves organized.
Warm room. Either way. Yeah.
Ah, there's Dylan. Ah, hello.
And here's me.
Good morning, everyone.
And then behind us
And
are the pipers.
And the pipers are getting themselves organized, which is fabulous. But yeah, before the championship games of a Bonspiel, it is, oh gosh, I can't think of the word, tradition for the teams to be piped out onto the ice.
Well, should we talk about the feature sheet?
Absolutely. Today, in our A event final on Sheet B, is the Revengers from the Potomac Curling Club and Team No Tie Games, also from the Potomac Curling Club.
That was not planned.
No, absolutely not. On our second feature, our alternate feature sheet on Sheet C is Team Colonel Lewis Morgan Mortar. Sorry, Lewis Morgan Porter. I apologize, it is early.
who decided last night would be a costume contest, that they were the only contestants, so they won the costume contest.
Right off the bat, they were beautiful.
And their opponent in that game is Eye of the Thai-ger.
From Philly. Otherwise known as, is that Bucks County?
Bucks
or
County,
just
yep.
Philly? Otherwise known as Bucks County. Your smiling faces up on your screen right now.
Let's go back to the warm room. And you'll see the pipers and everybody coming by us here.
You're going to hear them too. Rather loudly, which is cool. That always gives me chills. That was beautiful. As I said, that always gives me chills. I love it. Especially the fact that it's youth playing the instruments. You know, as opposed to a bunch of old guys. But either way, I would still get chills regardless.
They're now preparing for the traditional toast.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We are being quiet to be respectful for all this tradition.
Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. Good curling, and I got one for myself. To the Pipers!
Pipers! We are very fortunate that there is a group of pipers within the Washington, D.C. metro area, and that they are willing to come out and do this for us at a Bonspiel. All right. And momentarily, the games will begin as the pipers go off. Okay, good curling to all, and to all good curling. Yeah, I know, boring. Oh well. But as you see, we have lots of camera angles. We would do our best to show you everything. However, sheet B is our feature sheet, so we will be watching the most of that sheet because in this Bonspiel, the 10 teams were broken up into different leagues, I guess you could say, the blue and the red. And on sheet B, we have the top team from both of those against each other. The fact that both are from the Potomac Curling Club is purely accidental. But we are always very, very glad, very happy when folks from other curling clubs come and visit us here at the Potomac Curling Club at the National Capital Curling Center in beautiful Laurel, Maryland. And please note that, well, as everyone's warming up a little bit, we are an all-volunteer club. So if you have any comments, good, bad, ugly, please jump in our chat and let us know. We will make corrections if we mispronounce someone's name, or stop telling bad jokes. If we get really bad, you tell us and stop. Okay, and we're off. Here we go. Okay. In the previous games of this Bonspiel, there was a time limit of an hour and 55 minutes, but since this is the final, there is no time limit. So if you need to discuss strategy at length, you are welcome to do so. Okay. Thank you, Dylan. Okay, and that is J.R. Rose throwing his Yellowstone, and the two ladies are Andrea and Alexa. They're sweeping. And as you see on the screen, they are the no tie games, as Dylan said. This year's theme country is Thailand. So you will see Thai or curry mixed into a bunch of the team names.
On the right hand of your screen, you'll see our alternate feature game on sheet C, featuring Eye of the Thai-ger and the Colonel Lewis Morgan Porter team. We'll try to keep them on the right side there for you.
Very well.
They are our B event final. And that shot from the Revengers is
Right
going
through.
to end up going right through.
So here comes J.R. Gross, his second stone in the very first end. I can tell you that J.R., his family is here in the warm room, cheering him on. A longtime member of Potomac Curling Club. The whole family, not just him. All right, a little bit of sweeping going on. How far are they going to try to get that one buried behind that? Yes, they are, and they did a very nice job. That looks almost completely covered by the guard in the front. But the Revengers are not going to let it go. They're not going to leave it sit
No,
there.
definitely not.
And I believe a hit has been called. Okay. And I believe, is this Camille? No, it is not. Here's Mark. Balls. Yep, here we go. Take a peek. Uh-oh, is it going to flash right by? Oh, no. That's the second one that flashed.
Yep.
Oh boy, we had a lot of flashes from a red team yesterday too, so we hope it's
It's the same
not a-
team.
oh, was it?
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh goodness.
If anyone was watching yesterday afternoon, when the Revengers were playing here in our feature sheet in the early afternoon draw, they had some trouble with weight in the early half of the game.
And it looks as if No Tie Games has switched up their lineup since JR is listed as vice, but he threw his stones before Alexa, who was listed as the lead. So I guess they're having a little bit of fun, switching things up. Uh-oh, that may, same thing. Same thing. Well, at the beginning, curlers know you got to get used to the ice. You got to get used to the temperature and everything like that. So the first ends are a lot like this. So this is not unique. Oh, this one did not flash. Very nicely done. Up into the 12 foot, although
It is exposed,
it is exposed. They weren't successful to get it behind their...
but Skip Michael
By-
Dobbs looking to draw in from the other side on this shot.
I think that's a good choice. And this is Alexa.
This is her second shot.
Now, if you you have that Apple thing at home? Isn't that called Alexa? Say, Alexa, turn on the radio. Alexa, turn off the light.
That's not Apple, sorry. That's Amazon.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's what it is. I was trying to think, is it?
I'm sorry. Terribly sorry to the Amazon lovers out there, and I gave extra credit to Apple, which I guess they didn't deserve for that product.
Yeah.
But obviously, in her house, they had to switch it to a different name because
Yeah.
Alexa already lived there before the Amazon device was brought in. Okay, I believe this is Camille Schlanger of the Avengers.
Yep. And they're looking to draw in from that right side as you're looking down the sheet towards the skip.
Sweepers being called in.
Shot looking a little light on the weight for a draw.
Yeah, it's starting to curl.
That's going to stay out
Out
in the
front.
guard zone.
I don't think that was what they called for.
No. But now, No Tie Games looking to take out that red counter in the house.
And this is Andrea Dugan about to throw her stone. They make it look so easy, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They really do, and especially on television. You're thinking, oh, anybody can do this, and it's true. Anyone can curl, and they do make it look very easy. But
Ooh.
uh-oh, I just promoted the red stone into the house. Granted, it's sitting second. Shot rock is still yellow for No Tie Games.
Now that shot rock is exposed, and the Revengers looking to remove that and sit for 2, potentially 3 at this stage.
Absolutely.
So Janine, I'm checking the live chat, and there was a comment about your comment. Not sure it would be from Joe. Not sure it would be a curling stream without the jokes. And a smirky face.
Okay, well, thank you for the smirky face. And who was that?
Joe M.
Okay. Well, thank you, Joe. And hey, go ahead, post again. Tell us where you are.
And anybody else watching, let us know what teams you're interested in, and maybe we'll slip in a little extra coverage of that sheet.
We're always here to serve. And if our voices sound a little muffled, it's because we are all wearing masks, as is highly recommended due to that bad thing. We don't even have to say its name.
Except I noticed that the bagpipes, that was not an option when playing the bagpipe.
Yes, although the drummers had theirs on.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. It's biting on the front, but yellow is still shot rock at this time.
So Joe M says, "Go team, No Tie Games." Enjoying this live stream from exotic Silver Spring.
Oh, ooh.
I think I know where that is. I might have been there at some point.
Oh, that tells me I believe Joe is from the Potomac Curling Club himself.
To me, Silver Spring is mostly the home of the metro station.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, there's a big one up there. Okay, and as we said, there's no time limit, so Vice and Skip are discussing strategy.
Taking a quick glance over to our alternate feature that you can see. Red is currently sitting 2.
And on their first of the skip rocks.
Well, here's hoping everyone has a really nice sized monitor, but you can see all the action here. And you're not struggling to watch this on your phone. But if you are, that's okay.
It looks like they put a third rock into the house on sheet C. So 3 red, and Yellow's got their last stone coming up.
And for fans of the teams that are playing in our C and D event finals on sheets A and D, we will be keeping those scores updated, and we'll let you know what the scores are at the completion of each end.
Yeah, they're all on their down to the last 2 rocks or so. They're all ahead of our sheet, actually. Everybody, our sheet's a little bit behind everybody else.
All right.
As seems to be the pattern with our feature sheet.
And this stone was thrown by Skip David Schlanger of the Revengers. And it looks like the sweepers are just escorting it on down. It's in the house. It has some weight to it. Past the tee line. Is this going to go out?
Is going to stick around, but it is
Oh.
very much at the back.
Yes, it is. So yellow is still shot rock. It's the one in the scoring position.
They do have hammer in this end as well
Yes, they
to
do.
start this game. So they appear to be talking about putting in a draw, try to sit in the 4-foot, count 2 here with just a few rocks remaining. This will be their first Skip's rock here from Skip Michael Dobbs, as he makes his way from the far end back to the
hack. And if there is someone listening, watching who has not tried curling, we strongly suggest you do so.
Let's go for the all houses view. We can watch. That'll be the hammer coming in on sheet A.
And B and C and D.
Eventually, yes. So over on sheet A, our C event final. Red is currently sitting 2.
3. There's one on the edge. Oh, no,
Oh.
sorry.
Oh, there
yeah,
it
one.
is.
There's a lighter.
I did not notice that one at first.
But
Ah.
yellow has hammer, so we'll see what happens.
And on sheet C, they have just finished their hammer.
First end, I think red scored 3 over there. Back to our B.
This is the first Skip's rock for yellow.
Looks like
So,
it's third.
nice shot on sheet A. They took out the red and scored 1. So, 1 yellow on sheet A.
We're waiting to get a confirmation of the score.
And they
Yeah. I guess we might as well just go back to the sheet B view for a bit while we're waiting for things to happen.
Hey, Ken, you want to hand me that sign there?
Nope. Just for these guys? Or-
And
oh,
those guys.
Oh.
And these guys.
Well, we
We're just going to pass it down.
I mean, we know they're yellow anyway, right?
Yeah.
On sheet A.
Okay. We have a little sign encouraging teams to remember, please post your score because we want to keep our watchers and listeners updated. Oh, on sheet C, it was 4 red. The score was 4 red. I thought it was 3. This is why you don't go by me.
So the last red rock here on our feature sheet B. For the Revengers. Is that what they're, yeah. Yeah, that's the Revengers, yep.
And that stone, again, was from their skip, David Schlanger.
No, not gonna help.
Oh,
No. It's unfortunate. The next shot will be from the No Tie Games skip, Michael Dobbs, who happens to currently be our club president.
So we got the hammer in the hack for sheet D. And
That's proper play
approaching
etiquette.
that on sheet B. Oh, okay. Hammer in motion on sheet D. Go ahead and show it. See what they're.
All right, on D.
So red's sitting 2. And a
Looking
red rock coming in. Yep. Draw in.
drawing for a possible 3. This is carrying,
Looks good.
but
Looks
it is
very good.
On
just
the button.
There we go.
and that is going to be 3 for. We're here for the pad tie
All right,
in that
Michael
first
Dobbs.
end.
And back on B, Michael Dobbs has delivered the hammer. It is on its way. Yeah, I believe Andrea Dubin is acting as vice currently. Let's see, are they going to get it in there for the 2 or just... Ooh,
That is
uh-oh.
close.
It is. Well, we know they got 1, but it's up to the vices to
And that
decide, or we may
that other
have...
one at in the back 8 is still possible as well, because that is also very close.
Kind of feeling a little bit more red there, but
Yeah.
I think they're going to measure.
So with those being on opposite sides of the
Yep.
of
they're
the
gonna
house from
measure.
each other.
And that's exactly what that means.
So it's one yellow, possibly 2, but
Possibly 3, but...
Looks like
Oh.
they're leaving all 3 of those.
oh, leaving all 3.
Yes,
Okay.
they are.
So they're going to measure all 3 of them to see if that red outcounts either of those,
And yes, the
or just one, or count.
broom being placed on the house like that is the proper indicator of, hey, we're going to measure this.
We'll leave it
It's like,
here.
don't move these rocks.
Yeah, no touching.
Leave it here while we take a look at their.
Okay. Is it Andrea doing the measuring?
Appears so.
Oh, no. Yes, it is. There is a very tiny divot in the center, the very center of the button of the house. You are getting more for your money and watching this broadcast because you're getting a nice tutorial on how to measure,
Yep.
at least at our club.
We're not like some of the clubs that have a zoom camera that can read what the reading is on the dial, but
That's probably on your list of things to do, Ken. Maybe in a year or 2.
All right. So
Oh, that looks closer.
yeah, the red out counted that one. So the question is it out count this stone? That is close.
obviously they're taking a
Oh, heaven
very
forbid they're
close
the
look at it.
same. We need some Jeopardy music playing in the background. Okay. If you're unsure, you can twirl it around again.
Yeah,
Looks like that's what they're going to be doing.
double checking. That's when you know it's close. That's why we couldn't tell by looking at the camera when they can't even tell by looking at the calibration here.
Looks like they're indicating that that second yellow is counting. Potentially. Let's swing it back for one last check. But they are removing that first yellow that
So they know either it's not or it is. Looks to me like the yellow that counts the red, but Then again, how many yards away are we? How many feet away? Oh, wow.
Don't often see him take this much time in a measurement.
No, I haven't. So this is, again, a really nice tutorial.
This is a great example of how this game can come down to.
Oh, it looks like they still don't know.
Oh, goodness. I think they may need to bring in a third party.
Need an official.
Oh, yeah. In fact, where is Christine around, or is she playing?
Don't know where she is.
Oh, there she is. She's on your right, Ken.
Oh. Oh, I was behind me. I'm facing away from me. So.
Well,
Well, they've come to some conclusion. I guess we'll just wait. Hopefully they'll post it. Why don't we mark it as 1 yellow for now, and then we can add another later.
okay. And sheet A has posted their 1 yellow.
Yeah, let's show all the scores just to see if we got it. We got everybody right there, except for what we don't know on sheet B.
We know it's at least 1.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, looks like we all align with what the boards show.
And now our feature sheet has begun its second end. The other 3 sheets are well into their second end.
They were a little bit behind on sheet B to begin with, and now we're way behind.
And, yep.
That's
Nice. Oh,
right
goodness.
on top of the button.
Very,
Wow.
very nice job. 2. Okay. We got the...
Okay, so we will update that.
in fact, you may have seen it in the back of your back of the screen. There's me. Hi. And Michael Dobbs gave us the 2. Okay. This is young Mr. Carlson. Looks like someone found
Just rolling that out to the side.
well, it was a very nice takeout.
And we'll bring it up so that you can see view of our alternate feature on sheet C. You can see that there.
Currently three reds for
That's what it looks like
and
over on C.
which team is red on there? It's the
Eye of
Eye
the
of the Tiger. Thai-ger. Eye of the Thai-ger.
Oh, and now we're just trading takeouts. Is it gonna? It's gonna hang in.
Yep, that is gonna stick around.
It will. Beautiful. Okay.
Looks like the Revengers need to just throw in front of that instead of taking it out.
Right, again, young Mr. Carlson here at the hat. Sweepers are giving it a little attention, but it's moving at a pretty good pace.
It's gonna end up being a little farther than they wanted, it looks like.
Ooh, and it's
It curled a long ways too.
yeah,
It is much farther out than what they had intended.
but it is out counting the Yellowstone, at least from this viewpoint.
So now no tie games, looking just to throw a center guard here. This is their second, Alexa Oxer throwing. This is like it might drift into the house a little bit.
Yeah, might catch a little bit of the 12.
Yep, about half of it.
Dylan is an excellent judge of that. Where is it going to land?
But with that, the Revengers are just going to remove that, and it looks like they're wanting to roll over towards our left as we're looking at the screen here.
Trying to determine if in the background you see the windows to the warm room, if we can see Mr. Ken and Mr. Dylan. Well, Dylan, you would be hidden behind the monitors.
Yeah. The hole between the windows also kind of blocks me.
Okay. Takes out the yellow and looks like 2 red. Well,
It's hard, but I expect that that probably will change before the end of everything.
yes. So don't count them yet.
So this is only yellow's 4th stone of the end.
Let's go for the all-house view to watch. I think this is the hammer on sheet A.
Might be.
Red's sitting 1 here, but they're only going to get 1 with that. So
All right. Well,
Team
good.
Disgusted and Aroused will end up taking 1 in that second end.
So is this the hammer on sheet C also?
It appears like it is.
And
Look at
oh
that.
wow, there's a beautiful draw. Did they make it?
Yes,
Yes.
they
They
did.
did.
That is a beautiful 2 points for the Colonel Lewis Morgan Porter.
Yeah, considering they were, it was red was had 4 shot rocks about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very nicely done.
But we are up to
Oh, it flashed right on through.
all right. Still have the second end going on over on sheet D. We'll show that hammer coming in here in a few minutes. They got a few more rocks still before that.
Yep. Right now, yellow's sitting 2, just 1. Yellow sitting 1 on sheet D.
And on sheet A and C, they have begun their 3rd end. Ah, all right. And that's the score we have on sheet A, 1-1. Indeed.
Yep.
All right. Is it loading or they
that-
accidentally taking out their own?
Well, it's not going to go. It's actually going to still stick around and beat count.
B shot rock.
Yep.
Yes. Wow.
That was definitely a situation that was a little bit, probably made them a little nervous there for a second.
Yes, and unfortunately, it is unprotected. There's no guard in front of it.
Yeah, but they're aiming for the front one, hoping maybe to get lucky and double it.
Yes.
Yep.
I believe Bo Dewar would call that a standard
I think
Canadian
he said a
double?
routine Canadian double.
routine Canadian double.
That's not going to do it. It might get the double on the other one, but I don't think so. Nope.
No, that is going to hit that 2 square.
But it will
Yeah,
take
they
it
probably
out.
shouldn't have swept it quite as much. They might have doubled out on the other one, but the other one's not really a threat at the moment anyway, so it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, so no tie games, looking to put another rock in the near the center of the house here with their 6th rock at this end.
Olivia Dubin delivering her stone.
This one looks like it is.
Is it going to hit?
It
I think it will.
is,
Yes, it is.
But it's going to roll, and it is going to count. And it is the new shot rock. So at the moment, yellow is sitting 2, but 2 that are both quite exposed.
All 3 are exposed. Well, then again, all 3 of the reds are exposed as well, so hello. We have some games where basically the 2 teams are building a fence and not much at all gets in the house. And this, right
Sweepers
now, this
are
is the
on this one.
Yeah. Oh, is
And
it going to
that
hit their
is-
own or the
that
yellow?
is.
It's going to hit
Oh.
the yellow.
They managed to squeeze it past their own. I thought it was going to hit their red.
So did I. Wow.
It's very tight. Must have been not much more than a note card between that.
Oh, gee. Yeah.
But this leaves up maybe a double here on those 2 in the front. From
If you hit them at the right angle, they would both.
certainly looks like they're coming in from the correct side to set that up.
The only thing is, I would be worried if after you hit the right of those 2 red stones, if it would veer off and take out the yellow that's sitting in the back on the right.
It's
An unintended consequence.
possible, but we'd probably have to hit that more on the left face of that rock to push it that way. But if that would be the case, you'd probably be having to go through that red rock that's already, that other red rock that's there. So
Yeah.
as long as he doesn't hit that first one square, might not have that problem if you can get the pocket between them.
Whoops.
Ooh.
Little bit of unsteadiness there. But that's understandable. Again, folks, this is ice. It is slippery, and you can fall and hurt yourself. Okay, he's not hitting both. He's just hitting the one. Okay. And he did not take out his own stone in the back. Good job.
All right, so we're down to the,
Is it the last one?
this is Red's last rock here coming up on sheet B. And it appears we're down, got only a couple rocks left over on sheet D for their second end.
Can you give us the overhead of B for a second, please? Just want to see who's sitting shot. All right, it is still that yellow. 1. Okay, thank you, Dylan.
Yep.
And Skip David Schlanger is now taking the short walk back to the hack.
Looks like he's gonna be taking aim at that shot rock in the back of the house.
Because if they take that out, they may get 2. If memory serves where those red stones are.
We're going to go to the all houses where sheet A, the sheet D is the hammer, yellow hammer coming in with red sitting
Is it? No, I.
2.
Oh,
one,
you're right, this is the
one,
hammer.
2, 1 or 2. Can they get it past the guard?
I
Oh,
think
yes.
so, yes.
Is it
Wow.
going to slow down enough?
Note
No.
card thin.
But it's going to.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
One
That's
red.
close.
Looks like that's what they're calling.
Here
Yep.
comes the hammer on sheet B.
So 1 red on sheet D. So a steal of 1 for here for Pad Thai on sheet D.
And I think that was the only Thai food that we did not have this week.
Yeah, we had noodles last night, but they were not Pad Thai noodles, although
They
not
were-
all that far. I get add your own peanuts. It's not too far from Pad Thai.
But yes, not only is the theme Thailand, so is the food. Previous years, it has been Italy, Germany, Scotland, and Greece.
I guess the team we're here for the Pad Thai is going to be disappointed when they didn't get any Pad Thai. It's like, what did we come here for?
I assume you could pick that up on your way home, if need be. because I know where I live, there's a really good place called East Cafe.
Yeah, we got a number of good Thai places around here. The one in Laurel.
Well, the East Cafe is in Dunkirk, although not many folks know that part of Maryland.
All right, so this will be the last rock for yellow here in the second end. They're looking to draw in and set up a possible steal.
Oh, yeah. There's a wide open port for them to do that. Oh, I didn't foresee this, but it worked.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it is the current shot, but
I thought they would have just did a draw and not worry about taking a red out, but they did. Phew. This is why I'm not a skip.
show the scores for all the other games here still.
Yeah. The other 3 sheets are halfway through their next end, so half an end ahead of our sheet.
This is the hammer here from the Revengers.
Mr. David Schlanger.
They are sweeping on this one.
Yeah, rather diligently. Uh-oh, here we go. And a takeout of the yellow. So
That
how
looks like that might be 3.
Yeah, it's definitely 3. Don't have to look too tightly at that one.
No, that yellow is much farther off.
I was going to say, I hope we don't have to do another measurement. This will be a trend.
It's definitely 2 for sure,
And
but they're going to move all the rocks off, and
so all the 2 vices have
certainly looks
3.
to be 3.
Yes, indeed. We got
We-
the sign for 3. Thank you, Mr. Groves.
Go ahead and put that on there so it
Yep.
changes.
Yep. So now we've got a tight
Oh,
game,
did-
3
oh.
to 2.
Right, okay, you did split it. So,
And again, there's all of our scores for this first game.
everybody now on sheet and 3, so.
Excuse me. And here we go again with young Mr. Carlson. I like that plaid.
Sweeper staying off of this one. It is going to be a little heavy. We'll end up going into the house.
I was going to say, if it was supposed to be a guard, it kind of...
That was T-line weight there.
Oh, yeah.
So no tie games.
Right in the
Looking
house.
to use that as a backstop. This one has less weight, but it is also going to carry in.
Yes, it will. Oh, looks like it has more weight.
It was
Yes.
a little deceptive. It did actually carry farther.
Back 8. But I have to say, we've had a very successful Bonspiel here, a very good weekend. I don't know of any extraneous items that happened that should not have. And I'm told last night they had a very rousing round of trivia.
Yep.
with a good mix of easy and hard questions.
This one
Is
coming in.
Uh-oh, it is going to take the yellow out.
Yep. And it's going to roll.
Is it going to roll behind the other red?
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
Yeah, that looks like a double asking to happen.
What did
Oh,
he
no,
s-
there was a guard up front. I didn't. Was that? Oh, no,
No.
sorry. I was
No.
looking at sheet C as a similar to reds, but I was looking at the wrong sheet.
So a routine double for the Canadians?
Yeah. Looks a little wide.
Yeah, it does. And it's moving pretty briskly.
But it's going to hit.
Okay,
It's
well,
actually going to.
1 and 2.
And
Yep,
there
yep.
they
Hey!
go.
And believe it or not, J.R. Groves is not Canadian. We have a very deep respect for Canadian players. They're very good. And we appreciate watching them play. And this is the other young Mr. Carlson.
And over on sheet A, Bruce Black is about to throw the hammer for yellow, so maybe we can go to the. Well, let's wait till this, see what happens on our sheet, and then we'll immediately. Well, no, let's go ahead and switch to the whole sheet. All houses. That's coming pretty fast.
It's
That's
gonna
going
take
to
out.
end out clearing the house out here on our feature sheet.
We have a clean house.
And
Oh,
ooh, miss on sheet
A.
A,
Oh,
so
goodness.
that's
At least two.
3. I didn't catch it.
At least 2.
We're also getting a score update on our alternate feature. Eye of the Thai-ger took 2 to go up by a score of 6-2.
Okay. And another stone was thrown.
Oh, there we go. 2 red on sheet A. That is 2. Yeah, that's a 2
Yes,
red.
that is a
two.
2-point steal for Disgusted and Aroused.
Oh, wow.
There on.
All right. Hey, the first guard
Come back to our.
of this end.
There we go.
There we are. So this, as I said, it's been a great weekend. Some good curling, good relaxing camaraderie among players from different clubs.
Relatively small Bonspiel with only 10 teams, but that's kind of a good way to
Yes. Very
ease
manageable.
our way back into the Bonspiels.
Absolutely. And very manageable because with 16 teams, the warm room gets quite crowded.
I'm sure we'll have a big crowd here for the Glitter Spiel, so if you haven't signed up for our Glitter Spiel, I think there's still some slots left, so and I would suspect it will fill, though.
Yeah, and just in case you didn't know, our website is curldc.org, curldc.org. And, oh no, all right, that yellow is just gonna break in a window and break out the back door.
And the Glitter Spiel is our LGBT and whatever other
Q
letter you want to be.
And friends, LGBTQ, the first in the nation to have an LGBTQ and friends themed Bonspiel.
And it is probably the wildest and craziest Bonspiel on the East Coast. It
Oh.
really is quite a party going on especially the Friday and Saturday nights.
It is.
Sometimes the webcast commentary can be about as entertaining as the curling.
Or more so. Oh, all three. They're really trying to pull this stone into the house. Ah, all right. Well, it's not on the button, but it's pretty doggone good. Partially covered. Yep, 62 on sheet C. This is Andrea Dubin. Thank you, Mr. Dillon. These are some of the new bells and whistles that Ken has put into the programming. Uh-oh, it's gonna, oh,
Oh, didn't quite get that double that I think they were hoping.
yeah, it looked close, but no cigar. And in case you're wondering, yes, our scoreboards are a little different than what you may see on TV.
We use the traditional club scoreboard
Mm-hmm.
with the number of points down the center there.
Yep.
But instead of the baseball style like you see at the U.S. Olympic trials.
Our curling night in America.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's on. I mean, get it. Ooh.
That is not what the Revengers wanted to do there.
No. No, it wasn't, unfortunately. That's also part of the game.
Yep.
And part of the fun. I gotta say that, did you see any team members or of the opposing team like celebrating? No, you don't see that in curling. It's what they call a gentleman's game.
Yep.
And gentlewoman, excuse me.
Yes. It's all part of the spirit of curling.
And if the opposing team makes a fabulous shot, tell them, wow.
Excellent T-line weight on that one.
Yes, and I don't know if you could get a double out of that.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe if you're Chris Plies or Schuster, but I don't know. Or Dropkin. Hey, what happened at the end of the... I know they went into a tiebreaker last night. I didn't see the end.
On sheet D?
No, I meant U.S. trials.
Oh, U.S. trials. Oh, yeah, I didn't see either. I think pretty sure Schuster won.
All right, well, somebody out in cyberspace, please put the score up, if you wouldn't mind, in the chat so that we know what happened last night. I believe that's the second out of 3 games.
Yep, yeah, since Dropkin won the first game, I'm pretty sure they're going on to a third game now.
So again, please post the final score for us in the chat. It was a very intriguing game last night.
And we have a couple, a member of our club and former member of our club that were in the Olympic trials.
Oh yeah.
But their team was 4-6 and they play down, so didn't get into the finals.
No. Okay. Skip rock first from Mr. David Schlanger. The 2 Carlsons chasing it down the sheet. Ooh. And it didn't stay close to the 4. But they did cut down. That yellow only has 1.
Over on sheet D, we're down to the last 2 rocks. It looks like it might be another big end we're here for Pad Thai. They've got 3 in the house and Delta for their last rock.
And sheet C looks like they're having a party in the house. Small party, but a party nonetheless. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like there's 6 in the house. Yellow is shot on sheet C. Michael Dobbs delivering his stone. Alexa and JR chasing after it or keeping up with it. However you want to look at it. Ooh.
On sheet B, what are they doing? Nope, they hit the yellow and
Took out a red.
Yeah, took out one of their own, but they're actually doing better. They're sitting 2 now, so net positive for the red team.
From this angle, I can't tell like which is closer, the red or the second yellow. But they're still sitting 1 yellow at this point.
All right, we're going to be having the hammer here over on sheet D. To complete this third end up for them.
Try to save something, cut down.
Actually,
at least cut them down right now. 4 for we're here for the pad tie, and we're seeing if they can cut them down. Their last draw attempt pulled through, went all the way through.
So you can see there that
the houses of all 4. Great shot.
And here for pad tie is excellent position for a.
You'll see that rock coming in on sheet D right now.
Oh my word, they've got 4.
And that's going to be a 4-point steal.
Yeah, wow.
Oh. Yes, it will.
To put them firmly in the driver's seat of that game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hard to recover from an 8-point deficit.
But it can be done.
As we saw yesterday.
All it takes is 1 8-ender, and you got it.
Yeah. Okay, took out one of the yellow, however, the one that remained is still considered shot rock over here on sheet B as in Bravo. And we are now up to the hammer. And as you saw, the 2 sweepers got the rock set up by the hack further skip, and that is proper etiquette. You want to keep the game flowing.
Got a big area to draw in here. The house is fairly wide open.
I think he's looking for 2, obviously.
But that is not going to need much. And
no, slow down. And
that is going to be 2 points there. That's what they were hoping for.
Yeah. It's a back and forth game here.
Put them up by 1 after 3 ends.
Let's go for the 50% view. We can see what's going on in the house on sheet C. With looks like 2 yellows and 1 red rock yet they have to throw.
Okay, and now they have 7 in the house. It's becoming a block party, Ken. And we weren't invited. Oh well. Such is life. C'est la vie. So in sheet B, we are starting our 4th end. Sheet A is well into their 4th end. Sheet C, same thing. And I think D is about where we are.
Another Yellowstone soon to come into the house on sheet C.
Oh,
It's going to carry, though.
And right on through.
No.
And bump on, not quite bump on the yellow.
But it's going to
freeze on it.
Not do them any good. A lot of yellows in the house, and none of them are counting.
Nope. Right, so if this is the skip rock for Eye of the Thai-ger, it just stays. I can't see how many. I can't tell you how many guard stones there are, but simple draw to the button. Oh, sorry. All right, obviously, if I was them, I'd come in from the right side. Uh-oh, that one's going to flash on sheet B.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Didn't even bother to stay. They came in and went out the back door, and
And over on sheet C, you'll see the final redstone of this end coming in there for Eye of the Thai-ger.
Looks like it may be stopping, but completely exposed.
is that the hammer?
Oh, was it that they?
No, there's one more yellow that
Yeah,
will be
they-
the hammer.
Okay.
But at the moment, red is sitting 3 for a potential
Nice.
steal.
Ooh, this is going to hit. Yeah. Going to hit their own guard, so now they've got 2 off to the side. Go, Mr. Carlson. The sweepers have been called off. This stone looks like
This
it's
is-
traveling very well.
It is going to end up well short.
Yes, it will. And will it hog?
Yeah.
They're assuming it will.
Let's go back to the 50%. We'll watch the hammer coming in on sheet C. So all I need to do is hit that red on the nose, and they'll get 1 anyway. Save the end.
Okay, and we are watching sheet C. That Yellowstone entering your fish. Oh, hey! Very nicely
Okay.
done.
So 1 point.
Yeah, it may just be 1.
They need
More.
need a lot more, but it's better than the alternative of not hitting that rock.
And giving away. This one is going to enter the house, but will it be undercover? I think that obviously that's the goal, and not exactly.
Not,
Partially.
Yeah.
Didn't quite go as far as they wanted. They were trying.
Look to be lining up a takeout. Probably looking to hit that and roll over underneath the other guard.
Yeah, of the other team.
So that was a hammer on sheet A. I think that was 1 yellow. Might have been 1 red. They moved 1 before I saw. So
I didn't get a peek at it.
we'll see who throws. Whoever throws first is the one that scored 1.
And there's your takeout, and it is rolling. Ooh.
But not far enough.
Nope. Not far enough.
Okay, the Yellowstone's going to the hack on sheet A, so that'll be 1 yellow, as I was pretty sure on sheet A.
That's what we're
So
going with. Yeah.
for Naksu tie, so they coming back to 2-3 deficit, but
I believe they said Naksu Tai is Thai for warrior?
fighter.
Fighter.
If you saw what their shirts have is a Star Wars TIE fighter with a curling stone in the middle. So
And we have an empty house. That stone is still in play. My goodness. There we go. Very young Mr. Carlson.
This is carrying a little bit.
Yeah, it is. But has it gonna hang?
No, it is not.
Almost. Just didn't slow down enough.
Is that their third rock that glided on through? I think, is that right?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Again, making it look so easy. Okay, looks like it's going to go between the two yellow guards, but how far after that?
That is got a little bit more, but is slowing down.
Good. Okay,
So
two
set.
left.
Yep.
There we go.
It actually is pretty well behind the guard, but a lot of distance there, so it wouldn't be too hard to hit that.
Unless certain players probably couldn't, like myself. But I would try. Certainly try.
Looks like they want to clear the guard. And maybe get lucky and hit the one in the house.
Take out the counter. And the vice is Camille. With her first stone at this end.
I think it looks like they're actually not trying to hit the guard. They were trying to do what I said and hit the one in the back, but threw it too wide. Just going to sail on yet another stone sailing on through for red. The Revengers.
Over on sheet C. And it looks like they have 3 ducks in a row. Doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
yeah, that's the.
I don't think you could do that if you really tried, but there you
So,
go.
Whoever gets something on the button is probably pretty well set.
There's only one place to hide. Uh-oh. Is this just going to make it over? No, it's not.
Oh,
This is
on
gonna
sheet C, the red stone just sailed right on by like a fraction of an inch from the 3 lined up yellows.
And on the sheet B, that Yellowstone hogged, we call it, meaning it did not pass the far hog line, so it is immediately taken out of play. And I'm not sure if you can see from the angle. Oh, maybe in the far left, you see this little pink thing sitting on the little carpet. That is a plastic hog. To show you where is the hog line. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Give you a view of this house on sheet C. Quickly.
Wow.
They need it. They're down by 3, so.
Yeah,
that's
they
what
need rocks in the house. They got rocks in the house.
No, they do. It would certainly help their score.
So
I don't see an update on sheet A officially. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, I apologize. It's 3-2.
Eye of the Thai-ger is trying to hit something on sheet C. Hit anything,
Oh,
and
I'm
they
not
will hit something.
Okay. Yeah, but
Oh, well.
we broke up the ducks. But all 3 yellows are still in the house. For Colonel Lewis Morgan Porter. And we're down to skip rocks on sheet B.
And looks like Colonel Porter is trying to put up put another duck back in the row.
You see that rock came to rest right there at the top of the house.
And Colonel Porter didn't get their ducks in a row, so there was plenty of targets for the for the eye of the tiger, to hit.
And what's happening on sheet C is the last vice stone. And then each team has 2 skip stones.
Okay, that rock went wider than they wanted. They wanted to hit the shot rock, but they hit one of the outer rocks, and their red rolls to outcount the yellow on the far right.
We are approaching 12 noon. As you see, the clock is on screen.
So sheet D is down to the last 3 rocks, 2 rocks, 3 rocks, 2 rocks, last 2 rocks on sheet D. So right now, we're sitting with 3 red at the moment on sheet D, so not looking good for, is it Bucks County, I guess, was the yellow team.
Okay, we have a skip rock now progressing down sheet B. Ooh, it's got some weight to it. Is it going to take out that first yellow and maybe the second? Nope, not the second, just the first. Okay, nice takeout. And again, this is Skip Michael Dobbs for the No Tie Games.
Heading in on that front rock is good. Outside, inside, nose.
And No Tie Games is up 4-3 over the Revengers. This is sheet B. We're in the middle of N5. Oh, near the end of N5. We are at skip rocks. Second freeze on the other yellow. Won't get quite that close. But that could be, you know what I'm going to call it, a routine double for a Canadian player.
I don't know. They don't really have a very good shot with that guard out there.
No, I think they can get through the 2, and if you hit it at the
You can. It's
right
not
angle, but
a direct shot would be a better double, but you can still do a double from that angle.
yeah. Or simply draw to the button and out count those 2 yellow.
So over on sheet D, the hammer coming in. So it's right now red is setting 3, yellow is just trying to do a simple draw. Which is basically to save the game and get him on the scoreboard at least.
Oh my, it's slowing
And
down.
it's working. So one will be 1 yellow on sheet D.
Good for them.
And
Fabulous.
nobody likes a shutout. Either team, nobody likes a shutout. It's just not a happy way to go.
You can hear folks in the warm room celebrating.
The Bucks County's fan
Fans?
club.
Yeah. Okay. Is this our skip rock?
This is our hammer here
Hammer?
on on sheet B.
Should be coming into frame shortly. There you go, between the two, but it's not going to curl and take out
That's
either
going
of
to
those.
carry.
Oh, goodness.
That's going to be a
Right out. So,
2 more points for Team No Tie Games.
yep.
It's a big steal.
So now they're up 6-3 over the Revengers.
Yep, yeah, they started out with a 3-point deficit, and now they have a 3-point lead. So there you go.
Yeah. Told you this game is, you don't count a team out. Even if you're down 8-1.
So was this the hammer on sheet C?
Yes, it is.
I only go with the 50% view.
Yes, on the right side of your screen is the house on sheet C.
Coming in from your left.
Trying to hit the one on the center, and they've hit it.
But is it going to slow down in time to?
Nope,
That's-
just one red.
Yeah,
But
it was close.
that's better than losing. Getting a point is better than losing a point.
Absolutely. If it would have just stopped like another foot shorter.
So puts them ahead. I have the Thai-ger. I have the Thai-ger ahead 7-3.
And again, young Mr. Carlson delivering his stone on sheet B.
The early part of our 5th end here on that, and that rock may have,
What happened?
I think it may have picked on something, because that
Oh.
suddenly stopped and lost its handle.
And veered off. That's unfortunate.
I like the hip. Let's get some guards. I think guards are better for us.
Yeah, in the late draw last night, there was a game-losing shot that like that, where it was look great, and boom!
Picked on something.
instead of
Yeah.
getting 2 points, they lost 2 points or something like that.
Oh,
So yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, they went from taking 1 or scoring 2, yeah, to giving up a 2-point steal with that.
I've also seen the opposite happen, where an unfortunate pick at the back of the house made the stone rotate, and then it rotated back into the 12-foot and gave them yet another stone to count.
Yep, you can get all kinds of strange things happening. So usually it works against you, but every once in a while it'll work for you.
I believe that was one of the Clausen boys.
Yeah. Well, I might have seen that too. So did we miss a score on sheet A? Two
5.
red in the 5th. Did
Yeah.
we get that? Yeah. So Disgusted and Aroused up 5. Oh, we're not 25.
Woohoo! Wow, that's an interesting end. How do you get 22 when you only have 16 stones? No. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, we have the most recent rock from the Revengers heading towards the house. Is it going to? Yes, it will. Take out that yellow counter. 7-3 on sheet C, indeed. Over on sheet D, I don't think yellow has hung up their 1, but we saw it happen.
Yep. And we heard the cowbell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Inside the warm room. Uh-oh.
All of our games, except our game here on our feature sheet, have already gotten into their 6th end. Our feature sheet here is in the early part of their 5th. Much slower pace of play, and again, that very lengthy measurement that took place at the completion of the 1st end.
Yep.
This stone is going to roll into the 8-foot and sit right on the center line.
And what do you say, partial cover?
Yeah.
Partial.
We had a live chat I missed from Andrea. It says, let's go Drew. But I was at 11:45, so I'm not quite sure what they were cheering on.
Okay, that would be one of the teams on sheet C from the Philly group, and I would assume that would be Carla making that post. Because we learned yesterday that Drew's significant other or girlfriend, her name is Carla, and she was watching yesterday.
Yeah, this was said in Andreas, I think.
Ah, maybe someone else.
Andreas Fostow.
Uh-oh. Carla,
Brewman.
You may have competition there, Carla.
Boom.
Ooh.
What's going to happen? Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh, oh, if that would have taken the other yellow out, that would have been amazing, but no. In fact, you can see on the, oh, no, not really. On sheet C on the upper right, that is Drew at the hack. In case you were wondering, that is the Drew of which we speak.
Unless there's some other Andrew out there. So it
Yes.
we have Dubin, but that's not quite an Andrew. That's Andrew. Any other Andrews?
Well, there's a lot of mics in our club. But I think there's only one Ken.
We got Ken Ray, but he doesn't curl anymore. But he makes our ice. He was out there this morning making ice.
Mr. Ice Master, truly. All right, then I'm wrong. Sorry, Ken. You're Ken too.
And there is another Ken here today from the Philadelphia. I forget. One of the other teams had a Ken on him. Well, not sure if they're playing today or not. I didn't notice.
And in the warm room behind us is a Canadian game going on, the women curling, that is, and they're in their 7th end. McCargill is 6 and Holman is 3. And this looks like the hammerstone being thrown at the end of the 7th end. And they just
Excellent double there.
Yes.
And they even had the third Yellowstone moving a little bit, but not enough to accomplish much with.
An update from the Canada Tim Hortons Center. It is now 5-6. McCargill over Holman, but Holman's catching up. Back to B.
In sheet C, they were trying to take out one yellow and took out a yellow on the completely opposite corner of the house. But
that's that would be a shot I would make. Especially as a lead, when someone says, hey, I went on the left side, it would end up over on the right. Gotten a little better. But again, it's all part of the fun. Okay, I believe this is Ms. Camille Schwanger. Walking behind it.
yeah, looks a little heavy.
So Michael Dobbs is ready to start sweeping after the tee line, and as you see, he is, but it's still going to hang in there.
Yep. Biting in the back.
Sometimes those backstones are very helpful.
And sometimes you trip over them.
True, but we don't wish that upon anyone. That would hurt. Ooh, over on C. Okay. Got the center redstone. All right, here we are. This looks like it's going to freeze on the. Oh no, it bumped it a little bit. Okay. So the redstone in the back is not protected at all here on sheet B. But the yellow one in the 12-foot is mostly covered. But since it's so far to the right, I don't know if you'd really want to, on purpose, take that one out.
No, not when it's you get better options. Put it that way.
Yeah, in the middle, but because near the very sides, not many stones go there, so the frost may have been, be building up and more likely to pick.
Nice draw here on sheet
Ooh.
C. They got two yellows kind of lined up. Counting the reds.
Okay. Well, we've got the beginning of a fence over here on sheet B. A little bit of strategy being discussed, of course.
Lining up a takeout here on that shot that was just delivered.
Now that red stone is not counting. It is not in the house, but evidently they feel it is in the way. Looking at skip rocks here. All right, sheet C. Redstone coming into the house momentarily. There it is. Where's it going to end up? Ooh. I'm going to say behind the button.
Back
but
four.
But it is safely in the back four. Nice job.
So ideally, Colonel Porter would like to hit that rock and roll right between his two yellows would be the ideal location. Although the red might jam on the one on the back, but I think even if it did, it would still not outcount the yellows.
All right. I thought perhaps that the shooter, after taking out the redstone, was going to take out the other yellow, but it didn't. It didn't. Fortunately, it didn't have that bad angle to take out.
Oh, we got a chat from FL. Love you,
Oh.
Ken Ray. Thank you, Ken.
Yes, indeed, FL, you are correct. We love us some Ken Ray, who was here this morning, again, being ice master and ensuring that we have fabulous ice to play on. Mr. Ken Ray is irreplaceable, dare I say.
So it's really curly hard in the last.
And a nice gentleman, too. I've spoken with him on a number of occasions, and he is always very pleasant. Oh, hey, FL, glad you're joining us. Glad you're watching.
So Colonel Porter got their hit, and they're sitting 3 now.
Oh, good.
But there's kind of a tempting target for hitting out the ones in the back, maybe.
All right, David Schlanger on our side. Sheet B. His first skip stone.
On sheets, both sheet C and D, they're down to their last 2 stones, although we got sheet C a whole end of ahead of sheet D.
Well, actually, they both are. Well, no, okay. All right, this is a reason why. Never mind.
sheet C. We're going to try just landing on those yellows, maybe rolling into the center. It's actually looking really good. Maybe not quite enough on the inside. Is it? No, yeah, okay, it's shot rock. So nice, very nice shot on sheet C.
Oh, one red.
So yellow's got the hammer coming up. They somehow need to get that red out of there while keeping their yellows. That'll be a challenge.
So we'll switch over to our all houses view so you can see the action on all of our sheets. While we get the hammer here on sheet C for their 6th end. We're getting down to near the end of everything.
Yeah, and on sheet D will be the hammer also, so when they're not quite in the hack yet, but.
And this is not the hammer on B. We still have one remaining red stone.
And it looks like they have one more yellow over there as well.
All right, so give it a moment and you'll see the stone enter the shot on for sheet B.
So this is the last yellow rock here in the 5th end on our feature sheet.
So the next sheet you want to watch, well, both C and D are hammers coming in at the same time. On sheets, looks like sheet C might be a second ahead of sheet D.
And taking a quick glance at sheet A, it looks like 3 yellows right now, which would help the Naksu Thai team.
So sheet C promoted 1 to 1.
1 yellow.
1 yellow. Sheet D ended up also pulling out ahead of the yellows. So 1 red. One red on sheet C, 1 red on, sorry, 1 yellow on sheet C, 1 red on sheet D. So we're here for the pad Thai. Takes another point to make up for the point that the keep calm and carry on got in the last end.
Right here on our end, we have the hammer being thrown by Mr. David Schneider. So, there we go. So we'll keep an eye. Are they on skip stones on A?
Yes, they are. They are on the.
I believe they are on
The hammer. Looks like the hammer. I don't see anything else down there.
All right.
So right now.
Oh, hold on, we've got our hammer being thrown. Oh my.
So on sheet A, Disgusted and Aroused is sitting 1. And it looks like.
Wants to take out that 1 yellow. He will hit it. But is it hard enough or? Looks like 1
It's
red.
going to be 1 red here on our feature sheet.
All right, can you switch to A? Yes. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Here we go. Looking at A.
And
Ooh.
that's going to be just 1 yellow.
1 yellow.
So all 4 ends are one score one way or the other, huh?
We have a trend. Although yesterday there was a game, I believe they had a 6-ender and shook hands like before the very, no, they did. So the 6 didn't get scored. It got put up as an X. But yeah, I did see that yesterday. General invitation if you happen to be in the Washington, D.C. metro area, just north of the Beltway, a little northeast, is our club. Please feel free to come visit. Bring your mask. Oh, and bring your vaccination card. You just want to be safe. You're always glad to help someone who wants to learn.
Beginning of the draw, we had all sheets ending up their ends at the same time, and now we're having had all our sheets end at their end at about the same time, but not on the same end.
No, they're not. All right, keeping an eye on sheet C. I'm the Thai-ger. It looks like it may go out the back door. And oh no, it hung on. Wonderful. I think on sheet C it's 2 red at this moment. Young Mr. Carlson up again. Doing well, doing well. Looks like another guard for red. Ooh, did that just like bump the yellow, or did it?
It did, yeah. It bumped the yellow just a little bit.
Just a tad. I was wondering, like, why did it change direction? All right, couldn't tell.
It's a little obstructed on our camera. One of the sweepers was standing between the camera and the yellow rock. It's hard to see, and
Ooh, just passed. But all right. Well, it's behind the tee line, but it is full 8.
it is protected by those 2 guards pretty well.
Oh, very nicely done.
There's not enough space between those guards to put a new stone.
I don't think so.
No.
Sheet D. They've got a second yellow. Oh, this last one was just biting in that 12-foot. All right, back on B as in Bravo. Looks like it might hit. Well, it depends upon how much more it's going to curl. No, it's going to hit. 2 guards. I thought it was going to clear both of those red stones.
What a shot.
Yeah, nice way to get into the house.
Yeah.
Kind of still plugging that hole a little bit too, so it's actually a good, kind of a good result.
Do you think the Revengers are calling a draw? I mean, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I think so.
There's protection up front, so.
If you can get your rock in there behind the guards, be safe for a little while.
And the other young Mr. Carlson.
Yes, right! Yes, right! Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. He's going to hit that. But let's see. Follow the...
Yeah, I wonder if that picked something. It seemed to curl a lot more than it should have for that speed.
Yeah. Now, granted, all the curlers who are listening and watching know this, but if you're a novice, the harder you throw it with the more weight, the less it will curl.
Well, technically speaking, if the sheet was infinitely long, it would probably curl about the same amount in the end.
Yeah.
Even a little more.
To infinity and beyond. Oh, there are back lines. Sorry. And what do we have here? Onto the red, onto the yellow. Still too yellow at this moment. I was looking at the reflections in the glass from the warm room. Ms. Camille.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, promotion.
Yet another unintended promotion. That's
It worked.
it worked great. That's an excellent location to be in.
Yeah,
Now-
protected. Look how.
Now Michael Dobbs is thinking, his foot is tapping back and forth as he's deciding how to get that red one out of there. It's won't be easy.
Over on sheet C, you'll see that we're down to skips rocks
Oh.
for end number 7.
With yellow sitting 3 at the moment, but red has hammer.
I'm not quite sure what Dobbs is calling.
Yeah, hit something and hope to get lucky. Is that
I-
the,
Looks like he's
No.
trying to double jam here.
yeah, if you hit the yellow into the red and get really lucky, maybe you can get both reds out. But at least get the one red out and the other one will be exposed for later.
He had his sweepers swap sides.
Yeah. Oh, well. There we go. And
Well, they are going to
take that one out. So
take that out, and that yellow is now out counting the red that they pushed back.
indeed it is.
So yellow's back to being shot rock, but everything is now a little more
Open.
open up. Yeah, everything's much more exposed.
They took
Especially
down
that shot rock is
way out in the open. Sitting at all 3 stones.
Over on sheet C, down to the first skip rock for red. The yellow skips rock kind of moved things around a little bit, but it's still sitting 3 yellow at the moment. But I suspect that won't be for long, because I think trying to hit something.
All right, here we go. Neil Schwanger's coming in. Oh,
There goes the yellow, and red is now sitting 2.
2. All right, good for Revengers who could use 2 to catch up score-wise,
Yep.
but it's not the end of the end yet.
Things will change yet again, I predict.
so
Oh, I
no
think
tie games lining up another takeout here.
Miss Andrea Dubin. And I think you can hear Michael Dobbs encouraging his sweepers to sweep harder. Ah.
It's going to get one, but not both.
And, well, now
Red's
it's
still sitting one there.
just one red.
So on sheet C, the last yellow stone in the hack.
What is it?
And they're sitting 2 at the moment.
Okay. And after that, there's the hammer is red, I believe, on
Yep.
sheet C. I can see it from here.
So I think they're just trying to guard their shot rock on sheet C. Looks like it might be heavier than a guard. Yeah, it'll be in the house.
Okay. Oh. Overhead view of C on your right. Uh-oh. Slow down. Okay, it did.
Well, it's counting, but it makes a really very nice pocket for
A double.
or just a, well, the double help? No, double it's not going to help them. So they just as soon just land right on in there. Use that to land on, because even if they double them out, yellow would still be third shot.
Well, I guess.
It just really depends what you're more comfortable throwing, I guess.
And what you'd rather give to the other team, a 1 or a 3. So it's up to the skip of Eye of the Tiger over on sheet C. We'll watch what happens. Sheet C is the 3rd house from on the left of your screen.
And it's coming in fast, so they're going for their double, I guess. Yeah, okay, they got the double, but it's still just 1 red.
Oh, so instead of 3 yellow, it's now 1 red.
Mm-hmm.
So very nice shot by their skip.
And puts Eye of the Tiger up 8-4 over Colonel Porter.
We're going to get the hammer here from sheets A and B in just a minute.
Looks like so far 1 red. I think the yellow is out counting that 2nd red, at least from this angle, this camera angle.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
This shot on sheet A is going to be the hammer.
That's an interesting fence over on sheet A. Usually it goes horizontal. That looks like a vertical set of guards.
Well, I did see quite a few lineups like that in the Olympic playdown. So, so they're playing an Olympic game on sheet A.
There you go. Okay.
Of course, the guards aren't guarding much, except that. Well, I guess there's 1 red way in the back.
Definitely have to come in from either side.
Yep.
All right, and you will see the Yellowstone coming into frame on sheet A shortly.
So that'll be the last yellow on sheet A. And on sheet D, how many rocks are left there? It looks like a pair, 1 each for on sheet D.
Oh goodness, it looks like 5 red at the moment. Oh,
Yes.
keep calm and curry on. Come on. This one's a slow goer. All right, here we are. It may hit both. Yes, it did, and promoted the shooter itself. That could be 1 yellow.
It's definitely 1 yellow, yeah.
But there are any more stones on this end on B?
There are, it looks like a pair,
Okay.
1 each.
Over
And
on D.
On D, red's coming in, then going back right on through. So that.
And on A, that was the hammer. It's going to be 1 yellow.
For Naksu tie. Okay, they're starting to catch up.
So 1 point steal for them. bring them back 5-4. Heading into this final end. On that sheet, in our C event final, and we're in the final end already for our B event final in our alternate feature on sheet C.
Yeah, looks like 2 red at the moment. Eye of the Thai-ger. Looks like they're in a good position.
Yep. Yeah, if they just can eliminate a few more yellow stones, the game would be over, I guess, right?
Perhaps. Hey, Ken, is this the hammer over on D?
Yeah, yep, that would be the hammer.
Okay.
So they just need to do something to outcount those reds.
Yeah, because right now they're sitting 5.
And I think it's just going to bump into one of the reds. Maybe it can't
Will it?
take down their count, but it's not going to score.
Oh. And it's not even going to get into the house.
Yeah, I mean they should they should have kept sweeping if they cared about the keeping the score down, but
That's 5.
No.
yeah.
And we have handshakes.
Yep.
Handshakes, fist bumps on sheet B, so 5 red for a final score of what are we at?
That was 14-1.
14-1, okay.
Yeah.
This is the final score in our D event final. Show all the scores here.
So they want to show the winning team picture on, or not, no stones, I do have a stone in motion on sheet C at the moment.
So here's our winners for our
The event.
The Potomac
Event.
team here for the pad thai.
The pad thai.
And disappointed because there's no pad thai.
But they won their game.
But they won their game, that's the D event. So here for pad thai and won their D event.
But
And maybe somebody will go out to a Thai place and buy him some pad thai as a prize.
This will be the hammer here for Team No Tie Games in our featured match.
looks like red is comfortably sitting a good number of stones. But I have a feeling Michael Dobbs is just A, got to cut that down, or B, draw to the button and disable the Revengers from scoring on this end. This yellow stone entering your screen there. Oh, looks good.
Yeah, it's kind of heavy. It's going to
It
go
is
right
heavy.
through.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, well, no. Okay, so it's 1 red.
All right. So instead of 3, Revengers get 1, which is better than none.
Yep, so
Obviously.
they're getting to be a close game there on our feature sheet B.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, we're about halfway through this 8th end on sheet C. But Colonel Porter is starting to get in a position where they're going to be run out. Being down by 4.
And it's going to be out, yes. As the shooter spins out too.
There's still a couple of stones remaining on sheet C.
Yeah, so they still technically have enough yellow stones left if they could bump some of their other yellows in, but
Oh,
That's a nice high center guard on sheet B.
indeed it is. Nicely done. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Eye of the Thai-ger is from the Bucks County, Philadelphia area. Colonel Porter right now it escapes me. So hopefully someone in the chat will remind me where that team is from, please. Another nice center guard. Much closer.
And you'll note that here on our sheet B match, the scoreboard shows 6-4, but that's because they haven't yet hung the 1 point for that the Revengers scored in that 6th end.
I am behind on a bunch of the chat messages here.
Uh-oh.
FL says thanks to you for commenting on her. Glad to be here. Thanks for webcasting.
Yeah.
We got
FL's a lot of fun to play a game with.
got a Go team Disgusted and Aroused on sheet A. So
Okay.
we have yet another person doing a spiel. How often do they pebble the ice? So the ice is pebbled between every game on our
Every draw.
and and it's scraped. I think when we had multiple draws, they scraped between each draw too. But they had time to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they scraped.
For a bunch field.
Yeah, so they scrape off all the pebble and put on new pebble between each of our draws.
Oh no, right on through.
I think on some of the high-end games, they actually repebble mid on the 10 end games. They will repebble.
Yeah, that's those people on
yeah.
TV.
Well, we're down to Skips Rocks here and on sheet C.
Oh. Okay, so you did. There is Carla you mentioned commenting before for Drew. So Carla says here again showing up for Drew. So Carla.
Yay! Carla, I hope you're enjoying the game.
FL commented about the pebbling between every game.
Yep.
Keith Wood says hi to FL.
Oh, hey.
FL says hi to Keith. Keith says, I joined. I love every person on every team, so I think I'm rooting for orange. With an orange emoji.
Thank you, Keith.
FL said, nice shot, Camille.
Yes.
FL says, monkey point. FL says that's a center line guard within 3 feet of the house, or a FLOB on T-line.
Well, I can tell Keith Wood we didn't have the chance to see him this weekend. And I'm not sure if he'll be here this coming Saturday.
Oh, FL says, I don't think they usually repebble the entire sheet in a 10-end game, but they may repebble the slide path.
Okay, we got the message. All right. We've got Miss Alexa in the hack on sheet B. I just realized something, but let's watch this shot first. Oh. Well. Okay. Over on sheet C, Eye of the Thai-ger. I believe that team is from the Bucks County, Philadelphia area. And if you recall, there was a couple of movies based on a fighter who would run up the museum steps. And I believe in Rocky II, there was a song particularly called Eye of the Tiger.
Yep.
So an extra meaning that intentional, and it escaped me until now. But at least I thought of it before you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I thought of the song, but I didn't make the connection between Rocky and the team. So that was a good connection there.
Connection. Hey, every so often, I a stroke of brilliance, and oh goodness.
And we both grew up not too far from Philly.
Yeah, oddly enough, Ken and I went to rival high schools.
Ephrata.
Yeah, I went to Ephrata and you went to Warwick, which is mostly in Lidditz. Lidditz is famous for the Wilbur Buds. It is a wonderful chocolate company, and they don't have like a Hershey Kiss. It's smaller and called a Bud.
And now Lidditz is even more well known for the rock Lidditz, the kind of the rock capital of the country. It's a rock industry hub with all kinds of music and pyrotechnics and stage setups, and you want it, that's the place to go if you want to put your rock concert together.
Yes, it is. And I believe, if you recall, I believe they did the sound at Live Aid. And of course, granted, that's showing my age because it was decades ago. But they did the sound production for the American half.
Yep.
And then from there have grown tremendously.
So over on sheet C, this is Red's last rock of this final end.
Is it going to take out that center? Yes, it will.
So leaves Red sitting 2. No, sitting 1. Red sitting 1. So technically, I think it's kind of game over, but what do you think? Can they really get, what do they need? They need 5 to tie?
They need
4.
4 to tie.
4 to tie.
And 5 to win, but
Yeah, let's give them a chance. Yeah, it looks like they are going to take that last stone. As their skip is sliding on down to the hack on sheet C.
while on our feature sheet, they're still talking strategy here.
Why don't we go to the 50% view on sheet? See there, we can see, everybody can get a good look at the house.
This is our final shot here on sheet C.
But somehow they need to get 5 points out of it, or for at least 4 to tie. Which,
That's a little hard for them.
yeah, they need to get both reds out.
And we've got handshakes happening over on sheet A, with Red taking 1.
So was the skip stone thrown? Yes, it was. Okay.
No, they're pushing the skip stone down, so it's not. So it's so they don't actually score that.
Yeah.
And
All right. Yeah, that's an X.
And that's going to be handshakes here. That's 1 red for Eye of the Tiger.
Yep, skip stone thrown. So final score 9-4. Sheet C.
So now our only game left, still in action, is our feature match on sheet B.
so the fans of Drew was on Eye of the Tiger, right? So the Drew fans should be happy now.
Indeed.
Should we show their picture?
Sure.
Oh, well, let's wait for this rock to move.
We've got a stone going at a really fast pace.
We are.
Headed on down. Ooh.
Ooh, nope. Yikes.
Ooh.
Missed the red.
Not what.
All right, so on sheet B, on sheet C, our B event winner
These guys.
is Eye of the Tiger.
Congratulations.
And on sheet A, our C event final winner is Team Disgusted and Aroused.
Hey, and I really like the Bullwinkle.
Why don't we show the knock suit tie picture too, just for the people that wanted to see what their shirts look
There
like.
you go.
That was their little curling TIE fighter shirts. So all that's left is our feature sheet.
Oh.
Getting quiet out there.
They're getting a workout. Is it gonna get over? I don't know.
Nope.
No, that hogs.
That hog. But I'm telling you, those sweepers were really working it.
Okay, not this one. This time for a little hack.
Well, right now, it looks like Red's still sitting 3, but
There's still a lot of rocks left to play. So
yeah, And
But that was that hog can be a game loser with that hog.
yeah. And there's not much protection. There's only one guard out front.
No, they're hitting something.
Looks like red, and it's going to hit the other one, and
Well, one red taken out.
now it's only 2 sitting for red.
I mean, so, and yellow has hammer, so
Oh,
all yellow just needs to score. You know, a blank end would work, but that's not going to happen.
I
So
don't
yellow-
know.
Yeah, it could. It's possible, but
You
it's-
get some of those routine Canadian doubles, then hey,
This is still our 7th end
yes.
here, so we still have another end to play.
Yeah, and a nice tight game. Both teams
Yep.
really close, working hard.
So the Revengers gonna try putting that guard back up that they didn't make last time, that hogged last time.
Ah, then this would be a. All right, yes, indeed. Alrighty.
So all left is our 2 Potomac teams here for.
This will be the first of the 4 skipstones and 7. And you're probably hearing a bit more background noise because 3 of the sheets, the players are off
Well,
the ice and
should-
hanging out in the warm room.
We'd say you're hearing more background noise inside, but you're hearing less background noise out on the ice microphone.
Yes.
Getting pretty quiet out there.
Oh, wow. Ooh, but it's not exactly.
Yeah, since it's getting
Oh.
quiet out there, let's give them a little bit more volume.
More volume for you. Decisions, decisions.
Talking about seeing ourselves in the camera, I usually wear something dark so I don't show up too much from through the windows.
I just simply try to duck. But that's me.
When
But
w-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say when we had the club playdowns, 'cause the higher level game there, I was just wearing black. I think we were supposed to. All the officials were supposed to wear black, and I did too. Just
Well, yeah, for that national championship that was held here a good, year and a half ago?
Yep.
Yeah.
We won't say more about that. But
No. We won't talk about that thing which shall not be named.
But there was an 8-ender in that competition, so that was exciting.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I believe in the championship it was a heartbreak. Heartbreak ending. Sweepers look at the ready, but this is moving at a pretty good pace. Okay. Should come into your, on the right shortly. There it is. Uh-oh. Looks like they may bump into their own. Indeed. And promote theirs to be third
Yep, so no change, really.
or fourth. Depends.
So this will be the last
Red.
rock for red here in this 7th end.
And they're looking good, but we've seen that before.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't take much. Without many guards out there, it doesn't take much for yellow to
Yeah,
score in this end.
the yellow hammer has a habit of getting into the right place.
Yep. I mean, they can put up a guard here, but which side do you guard? There's, whichever side you guard, they're going to go for the other side, so they have good options on either side.
Or do you go for it and try to take out that yellow?
Yeah, I mean, that's...
And then the only thing is then all Dobbs has to do is just a simple draw to the button. I don't know.
Very in-depth discussion of strategy here occurring.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All the players are getting involved here.
I mean, if you take out the yellow, you kind of eliminate the possibility of them scoring more than one, I think.
That's true.
But it's kind of dangerous to bump them in or take out your own. So I think
Yeah, and then leave 3 counter stones pretty much unprotected.
Yep. So better to put up some sort of guard on one side or the other. Force them to whichever side you think they're less likely to be able to make the shot.
Oh my gosh, I would not want to be the skip. Okay. Sorry, folks. We were trying to be respectfully quiet, but we realized that may come off as if we're calling a golf game, but we're not. But we are intensely watching our game and enjoying every rock.
Nah, curling too much.
Uh-oh. Oh, indeed, curling too much. Wow.
Nope, that won't guard anything.
Well, it's just an extra middle guard for 2 of the reds. Again, all no-tie games skip Michael Dobbs has to do, if he can. I think drawing from the left, hit the button. If you hit a perfect shot.
That would probably be the call I would make, but
yeah, doesn't look like that's what they're making.
they're looking to come in from the right still.
Trying to bump their zone in, so just depends on what you're more comfortable about throwing.
That's true.
If you're worried about being too heavy, then that's a better shot.
We shall see.
Considering we've seen a number of rocks thrown through the house on this sheet, but I think they were mostly red rocks, weren't they?
I believe so, yeah.
Mostly,
there's been a few here and there that
the
weren't that were yellow, but not on weight. They were more that they didn't curl quite as much as they had expected it to.
All right, here we go. Hammer on N7. Both sweepers are on it now. All right, look on the right of your screen. It's coming. Oh, what's it gonna do? Promote their yellow?
Oh.
It is.
Oh.
And yes, it is out counting both
That
reds.
is a
Wow.
1 point.
For no-tie games. Well, they didn't do it with the shot we called, but they did it nonetheless.
So we'll be headed into this 8th end.
Where Revengers are only 2 behind, so this is very doable.
Be a
Wow.
exciting last end.
I was going to
See
say, the
what
last
happens.
2 ends, the Revengers look pretty good for scoring, but
Yep.
Dobbs was, I don't know, was he a little greedy and not generous?
Again, here's a reminder of all of our scores from today's event finals.
Thank you. Right on top of everything. We've got Disgusted and Aroused 1 on sheet A. Eye of the Tiger on sheet C. And here for the Pad Thai on D, of which they'll have to go by their own.
It's going to be a nice center line guard there.
to what country we're going to do next year.
Well, you just have to volunteer to organize it, and then you can pick whatever your country you want.
No. Oh, my goodness. Could you imagine?
And do the USA. How about that? Let's do USA.
Oh, boring. Just have hot dogs, apple pie, and pizza.
Guess when the discussion of this one was on, a number of people voted for the moon.
Oh, they did?
Not really voted. They were just throwing out brainstorming.
Well, we'd have to then go over to the folks at NASA and see if they could sell us some astronaut food.
Yeah, and we need some green cheese. Yeah, I don't think we'd win any awards for the best food.
No.
Tang,
Oh, hey.
freeze-dried food.
Yeah, freeze-dried ice cream and freeze-dried beef stew, and yeah, I don't know. Uh-oh. Hi, Luke. Oh, yeah, the two young ladies are just keeping up with that stone.
It's going to get the hit, but they didn't hit it on the side they had intended.
Well, they
So
don't really care about scoring as much as getting the yellow stones away. Well, no, sorry, I'm getting it mixed up. They do want to score.
They just want to keep the Revengers down to a force of 1.
Yep. So, yeah, yellow just wants to clear rocks out.
Yep.
So maybe they will throw a number of purposeful whiffs.
I expect that No Tie Games will probably be looking for a lot of takeouts in this last end. Try to keep the house fairly clear.
Boy, has this been slowing down a lot?
I
No?
wanted a corner guard, but that's a little bit too corner.
That looks like it might even go, ooh, not quite out of play,
Oh, my word.
but very close to that sideline.
Mm-hmm.
That is a rock that
I don't know
Skip
if you...
Michael Dobbs is probably going to just ignore.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because would you really want to promote it? And you'd have to really throw on the right side, and you'd probably go over the sideline before you got near that stone.
This is No Tie Games' second, Alexa Oxer, delivering her first rock of this last end.
Looks like it's going to end up at the...
Oh, beautiful location.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, it looks a little protected.
Yep.
It looks a little protected.
Yeah, and most importantly, if they do manage to hit it, they're going to be left exposed. So it's or spill out. So either way, it's an excellent place for yellow to be.
Yeah, because as the skip, you have to know strategy, and you also have to know what your player is comfortable doing and can do. You can't just be solely on strategy. You've got to know your players.
Can you give a little more volume to the ice so we can?
Oh, is that number 10? 9 and 10?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it rolls out away from protection, still in the house, but completely exposed.
Took out the yellow.
Red looking to try to score at least 2 here to potentially force
A tiebreaker.
a tiebreaker, yeah.
We had one of those yesterday, and I know at least one.
And the team that was involved in that was
No
Team No Tie Games.
tie
Games.
games.
Team No Tie Games had been up by the score of, I believe, 7-1, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
After the 5th end, and their opponent came back from quite a ways back in those last 3 ends.
They stormed back. It was
Yes.
beautiful. Very fun to watch.
And that was the game with the embarrassing failed throw-through call.
You want to do a hit and
I
roll
don't
under?
know. I
Or you
think
just wanna- Okay. Just bumper.
All right. Yes, folks are enjoying the warmth of the warm room. Hence, that's what we call it, the warm room. Okay. There we go.
Whoa, whoa.
Is it gonna? Yes, it will. And it's gonna roll under cover. It did, but it
Gonna
went
roll
too
back
far.
out behind.
A little too far out. So no tie games. We'll probably just try to do a takeout and be done with it.
This is Andrea Dubin's first rock of this end. She's the vice for Team No Tie Games.
Oh, skip one, sweeping right away. You can hear him yelling. That's
Yeah, it's gonna hit the guard.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Which is good. They don't mind clearing their guard either. Oh, and it rolls in. So, yeah,
There's a look.
that's actually not a bad result for them.
So if you're the Revengers, what do you do?
Yeah, it's like you want to guard that, but you want to bury a stone. So you can't do both.
Yeah. Or do you want to do the takeout? But then you'd have two.
No, you don't want the
Open.
takeout. You need any possible thing you can hide under is what they need at this point.
Yeah. And this is Miss Camille Schlanger at the hat.
Yes, line. Is it heavy?
Oh, and I wasn't sure if you knew, the winner of this game is going to win a brand new car. No, I'm kidding.
They win a pin that says
win a
they're
pin.
winner of the A event.
And bragging rights.
Well,
It will bump that.
so they're sitting two, but not for long. So are they going to go for a double or just a hit and roll? Hit and roll is what they want.
Okay. Okay, they just have to keep the Revengers to a score of 1.
Yeah, if they nail a hit and roll, they get right behind the red stone, then that would be an excellent place to be.
Yes, it's much better. Yeah.
Skip Dobbs likes it, as you can tell.
Up, up.
Well, it's past the shot rock, hoping to get the other one, but it's going to sail through. Oh, no, he wasn't. Okay, sorry. I'm at the
And it's-
wrong angle.
Well, it rolled a little bit, but
Yeah,
just a little bit.
not enough to help. It looks good where it is, but it's not going to stay there.
Nope, not with Camille Schlanger in the hack. Okay. Had an early release.
Well, might be a little wider than called, but yeah, it's coming back.
Yes.
That'll be a hit. Boom.
Oh, unfortunately it didn't roll under cover, so it's. Oh. Think No Tie Games is going for the double?
I think that's time for that call.
Yep.
Yeah. We are down to skip rocks. Yeah, wow, this end went quick.
Yep, well, it's a hitting end, so with not a lot of thinking to go here without any guards. It's like
Yeah, true.
Strategy's a little bit more
the only
simplified.
the only guard is that one out in the weeds way off in the corner,
Yeah,
which is guarding what?
the sideline.
Yeah, keeping a stone from going out the side, I guess.
And generally speaking, I think probably Tiger Woods would be the only one in golf to be able to save that one that far out in the weeds.
Yeah, try to hit in off of that one or something. That would be an interesting.
Or Nicholson. Who knows? It's a lot of
Okay,
good
let's see
players.
if they can get a double.
I don't know. Go. And hit the first one. Yes.
And they do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Excellent shot from Michael Dobbs.
Very nicely done.
Well,
That's-
got a minute. Should we try the replay just for the fun of it?
Yes.
So let's go minus 20 maybe.
Yeah.
That'll take us back far enough. Play. Boom.
Yeah.
There it is.
Wow. That is not good news for the Revengers.
Revengers now are needing to get both of these in order to tie this game. They are in very much in danger of being run out of rocks now.
Yep. They're down to the last 2 skip rocks.
And if Team No Tie Games can remove just one more red, that will be the end of it.
Yeah, the end of the end of the end.
So this is
Pretty critical.
down to Skip David Schlinger.
A pretty critical shot right about now.
Looks like he's lining up to draw around, maybe try to end behind those 2 yellows, but still out count.
Yeah, that's the only possibility, unless you're hoping for that team to miss you.
Well, that's true. You could. And there we go. It is on its way, the 7th stone of the Revengers.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, that
That
picked
rock
something.
is taking off.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
picked something.
Uh-oh.
That is unfortunate for the
Oh,
Revengers.
is it even going to hit the yellow at
And
all?
that's game over.
Yeah.
So are we?
Well, I
Oh,
guess
I
There it
see
is.
handshakes.
Yeah.
So it ends 7-5 because there's still a stone to be thrown. Well, hold on. Oops. I think that may be a handshake reversal.
they're going to go for it anyway. I mean, it's not technically. If they can get both those reds out on the yellows out on the
Yellows
last
out.
shot,
Yeah.
then it's not technically not over yet.
No, and heck, you've played this long, you might as well
Yep.
finish it off.
And just if Dobbs can split the house and get another one in on the other side, then that would be pretty much over. But
Yep. So he's just going to look to hit anything full 12 or better.
yeah, and preferably up high to eliminate any possibility of a triple. But
Yeah.
everything at basically the same height as those
Or
ones.
take out that one red, but it's,
Oh, well, okay,
it's
yeah.
way off to the side, so I don't know.
Not enough for that guard to be guarding it.
No. No.
Let's see how his draw weight is.
Okay, a little bit off to the right.
Don't know if it needs that much sweeping. It looks like it's got plenty.
Yeah. He's not moving as fast as Dobbs' other
Ooh,
throws.
that is going to carry.
Uh-oh. I'm wrong.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
So they need to get 3 yellows out of the house, and I think they're not going to try.
Yeah, I don't know if there's...
Handshake's coming or not, so hold on. We'll wait and see. Nope. They're going to play the last stone. Good for them.
Hope for the miracle.
Yeah. Hey, it worked for Schuster back in 2018, so.
Yep. If they make this shot, we'll do the replay in slow motion.
Oh, be prepared, Dylan. Be prepared.
Yes, definitely.
And stranger things have happened. Okay, so we're going to cross our fingers for a really good Revengers shot here while the No Tie Games players are awaiting. I do see you, Ken. There you are.
Yep.
Yep, waving from the warm room.
The white mask is giving me away.
Yes, it is. The red shirt and white mask. There's Dylan's hand. I don't even know if you can see mine on Dylan's head.
I think the
All
post
right.
was in the way, but
Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
this is the last rock of this last
And let's
match.
keep your fingers crossed. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Well, they threw all the rocks. I guess they put up 3 yellow score on it.
Yep.
Yep, that's the 10-5 then. What do you know? Oh my goodness. Okay, now we have nice handshakes and bragging rights for one of the Potomac Club teams.
Yep.
Oh, that was a shame.
Congratulations, No Tie Games.
Indeed, no tie games.
And no tie game here.
Although they did have a tie game yesterday and won it out, so they got lucky. All right, and here are 3 of the 4. Alexa, Michael, and JR from right to left. Huh,
And our
And
second place team in the A event.
the Revengers.
Avengers, congratulations to them too. They did an excellent job.
2 Carlsons and 2 Schlangers. The
Yep.
Schlangers are on the right,
Uh,
and the Carlsons are on the left. So that was quite a game to watch.
Yep.
We
picked
hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
the feature sheet gave us a good feature today.
Yes, it did. I'm going to show some pictures of other teams that were playing today. I guess that's up to Dylan.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. we
So
can-
again, in our C event final that was on sheet A, we have team Disgusted and Aroused, who defeated team Naksu Thai 5-4. In our D event final on sheet D, team We're Here for the Pad Thai beat team Keep Calm and Korean
Hurry on.
14-1.
Oh my goodness.
In our B event final, team Eye of the Thai-ger beat out team Colonel Lewis Morgan Porter 9-4.
Although I think this team is dressed better.
Yep. They didn't want to wear that curling though, because they'd get glitter
Yeah.
on the ice, and
Yeah,
nobody
yeah,
likes glitter on the ice.
Nobody
Yep.
likes glitter on the ice, even at the Glitterbonspiel. Not allowed.
Not to mention those hats wouldn't stay on anyway. But
And again,
Oh, sorry.
our final result for our A event final, team No Tie Games
3 out of 4.
over team the Revengers by a score of 10-5.
Yep. But the game was closer than that score would reveal. All right, so
guess that's about a wrap.
that's about a wrap. So I'm going to say thank you for listening and watching. This is Janine signing off, and the 2 gentlemen. Your
Ken
turns.
stand by. We'll see you on the glitter spiel in January.
Have a
Dylan?
good time, everyone.